Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Bruallt Honest Network for another episode of Bruallt Honest Reviews. Today we're reviewing White Boy Rick, and joining me today is Justin, Rob. Sorry, I started out of order. I screwed myself up already.
It's fine.
And Sam. And I'm Evan, and welcome to Bruallt Honest Reviews. White Boy Rick was a movie about a boy who grew up in a really shitty area. White boy, and in western, like central United States.
Detroit.
He's in Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah.
He is in Detroit.
The true shithole.
The truest of shitholes.
Matthew McConaughey is his dad. A lot
Papa
of
Rick.
Custard is eaten during this movie.
Custard isn't even eaten once.
I
It
love
isn't.
it. It's
It's
just spoken
heavily
about.
Talked about
Heavily
so much.
suggested.
There's a lot of custard.
Kind of made me want
Yeah.
frozen custard.
Suggested custard use.
It made me want Custard.
Rated M for Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, you just encouraged the worst joke I've heard all day.
So,
But anyway, turn it over to Rob. What do you think of White Boy Rick? And go into detail if you want.
Detail.
The nitty gritty.
Pressure.
What's your review?
Well, I'm going to
What's your
start
choice?
off. Shut up.
Suck my dick.
No.
I didn't even say a word. That wasn't even a word.
I'm going to start off this by saying I saw the preview for this so many times. I had no desire to see the movie at all. Literally every time I went to go see a movie, that fucking song played, him with his stupid ass chain and that drawn on mustache came on screen.
the Star of David.
Yeah, didn't even know it was a Jewish symbol.
Oh, that got me good.
But I actually ended up enjoying it. It was a lot more fun than I thought. White Boy Rick reminded me of my little brother.
He pushing a lot of
Yeah, he could be.
He could be.
He's,
America's finest.
no, he's just a
Nope.
funny ass dude. They talk similarly, so it's pretty funny.
Writing him into my next film. White Boy Andy.
You don't even have to write him lines, just videotape him. He'll show up high. She'd be like, "What's up?" Nah, chill.
Sup, dude. That meme. Sup, dude.
Sud.
Dude.
I say that at work a lot, and like everyone is obviously over the age of like 40, so they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh,
I'm working with people who don't know who the fucking thing is. So, we have problems.
I remember people with my level of sarcasm. If we had an HR department, I would be crucified quite like Jesus.
Yeah, you would.
Slower, though.
I've heard your stories.
My stories.
You would be blood drawn and fed to seagulls.
There'll be a show one day for Justin Stories where he steals stripper money from strippers.
True story.
Things that happened once or twice. Can't count.
I need that money to get through
Justin,
college.
what's your review of this movie? All right, I'll tell you guys. Just like you, absolutely fuck this trailer. I've seen every variant of the trailer. I saw it last night against every urge of my will, but I fucking hate the actor that played White Boy Rick with all of my heart. He sounded like the mumble rapper of actors.
that's what he sounds like in real life, though."
That
Yeah.
fucking smack him
I
with a
watched him
dildo.
in an interview.
Would you
Kinda
prefer
look like
Taylor
that, too.
Lautner? Someone with some
No, I'm not
freshly
saying prefer the
cut
whitest
abs?
thing ever. I'm just saying, like,
They could really sell crack.
we just gonna skip. I would prefer a real crack dealer. But what,
This kid looked like he sold crack.
he just talked like there was shit in his mouth the whole time, and I was
There
like,
was. He wasn't taught proper English.
He's from Detroit.
he wasn't even speaking a form of a language.
Matthew
also,
McConaughey
like,
is his
what?
dad. He just goes around making various click noises and yeah, I'll tell you what.
rolling around
This was in
boogers,
the early
driving
80s?
Lincolns.
Is that when this was set?
Mid
Yes.
80s, yeah.
Like 82, 83.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know I just couldn't. I don't remember anything that kid said ever. Nothing. I saw this shit last night, like 12 hours ago. I have no idea what this kid said.
All I
It was more
remember
than 12 hours ago.
is the trailer. We can have it all, Dad.
That's it. That is the most vocal and clear and
Come on,
concise he
Dad,
was.
I can do it. I know plays and a game.
I love
Right there.
it.
Yo, they gave this motherfucker a kid, and I was just like, why?
That part
That
was
was
weird.
that was
though.
weird. Yeah, I
That-
thought
Wow.
that was weird.
That scene was was weird with Matthew McConaughey and him when he was saying that line. Didn't it sound like there's some kind of weird sound issue or something? Like his voice, I know his voice is kind of like that's the way he talks, but like
Probably because they were outside. Do you think the snow was legit happening or that was generated?
yeah, I feel like they ran out of money or something. It's like that there was some sound in there. I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't get perfect sound or anything. I could get perfect sound or anything, but. Kind of weird.
Sometimes, like I feel like sometimes when I'm going to like see a movie or something and I pick out like problems like that, I'm like, what the fuck? But I know there's some things that like you don't catch right away. Like there's some continuity errors and I'm like, how did someone so carelessly leave that in? But sometimes you really don't have a choice.
Yeah,
for shit. So it's like I can't judge so harshly. But in my head, I'm like, you had this much budget and you couldn't get your shit together. Like.
This movie definitely spent almost all of its budget on McConaughey and the fucking trailers.
I only saw one trailer for this.
Me too, but I saw it 1,000 times.
Not like one once. I saw the same one every time.
But it was pushed.
That first trailer hard.
I wasn't mad at it.
They pushed that first trailer.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the trailer the first time I saw it.
I liked it the first 2 times. I gave it 2 times. And then the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 15th, 17th, 18th. Last night, there was a trailer for the movie I was seeing on the movie I was seeing.
Well, normal people don't go see how many movies we see. Normal people see like one movie, maybe a month. So it's like when you go to the theaters because there's so much less money in it because of Movie Pass and all this other shit.
Really?
Let's not go into details with that shit. It's complicated.
No, I'm just sick of talking about Movie Pass.
Yeah, just don't even. But there's just so much less money in it that they're just throwing as many trailers as they can get away with at you.
Like when they played A Star Is Born 4 fucking times when I was seeing The Nun. Like I was so upset. They were all different. I'm like, I'm never seeing. First of all, I don't like.
That movie makes me want to throw up.
Not interesting at all. I'm like, okay, so you got Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, and like that's your selling point. But this movie looks like shit.
I do have to say, Lady Gaga does have an incredible voice.
Oh, she is a goddess.
But
like,
I don't like.
It's not enough to get me there.
Rob and I are gonna go see that. You guys can go fuck yourselves.
Not
We're
enough.
gonna go see
Not
that and
enough
hold
to get
hands.
me to see.
We are absolutely seeing that movie.
I'll hold hands.
He will hold hands.
I'm gonna see it too because I have to.
I like that
We
premise.
don't have to.
No.
All
You
because
can
the
just
trailer
say
pissed you
fuck
off?
this movie. When does it come
4
out?
trailers.
I think
In
Bradley
one movie?
Cooper's acting
I'm with
is
you.
really fake.
But
in
that's
that.
yeah. What the fuck? He's that dude. That's
I'm
the
not a
least
fan
Bradley
of Bradley
Cooper. Bradley
Cooper.
Cooper. He grew a beard and he's like, I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me? Like that's what he looks like.
But I actually feel like Lady Gaga can actually act too, which is
Oh,
why she
for
makes me so
sure.
mad.
Have you seen her in American Horror Story?
Yeah, she's good.
She's an amazing actress.
She's great.
Albeit I didn't
great.
agree with I stopped watching the first season she was in because it got way too
Weird.
weird. Yeah.
Welcome to American Horror Story.
Yeah, but no, this was much
Her second
weirder.
season, she was barely in it, so you could probably watch that.
Yeah, I don't know. The first one she was in, it was just kind of like a gimme.
You say Roanoke?
Felt like.
Yeah, Roanoke sucked.
I didn't see Roanoke.
Roanoke
no.
sucked.
I
It's
haven't
my
watched.
least favorite season.
What
No,
was the
besides
season after Roanoke?
Cult.
I
like
haven't
Roanoke.
watched any of them
I can't
after
remember
season 3.
Let's discuss American Horror Story next time.
Every
Evan, what'd you think of this film?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's
Every time we do a review for a movie that we all kind of just like, fuck this shit.
Nobody cares. They want to digest it slowly. People who get spoilers, they want to get the fuck out as soon as they can because
This movie's about a coke dealer that
I'm gonna give
Got
spoilers
boned.
with my thingy.
we're only human. We can't put out podcasts as soon as a movie or before movies drop. So until that happens,
some of
I
those
feel like plenty of
YouTubers.
people probably saw this by now, so
yeah,
we
yeah.
can talk about all the shit.
All right, so
care
what
if
I
they saw
liked
it or not.
about White Boy Rick. Okay, I did enjoy White Boy Rick. I thought it was way better than I thought it was going to be. The trailer was played like 10 million times, so I did get sick of it. But I loved Matthew McConaughey in it. I loved seeing another actor I know from I'm Dying Up Here in it. I don't know his name. Pity on me. And I thought the film was paced out very well, and I thought the ending wasn't sugar-coated, and that's what it needed to be. But without going in too much into it yet, Yeah, I thought it was good. Sam?
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I like from the trailers, I don't know, with the whole like based on a true story thing, I was like, okay, I hope they don't make this too drama-ish. Like I feel like it was still real. Like it had its funny moments, had its serious moments, and it all kind of like fit well together, I think. I'm a huge fan of the sister character. Don't know what the fuck her name is.
Dawn.
What her real name is.
Well, don't
but
know.
Dawn, I was a huge fan of the actress that played her. She's British in real life, I think.
Have you seen her in something else?
No, but just like how she just played that character, like when they're, not to give anything away, but when they bring her home and she's like, is detoxing the right word?
It's detoxing,
Withdrawal.
but it's forced.
So she was going through withdrawal, like that whole, like it was kind of like a montage type thing how they did it, but I feel like I just liked her. She wasn't in it like a ton, but the part she was in, I like enjoyed her presence. I feel like she played her part.
I like how they
well.
didn't play up the addict aspect of
No.
it, because like it's the 80s, so like this shit happened everywhere and it wasn't even talked about.
Right.
So,
And
like,
it was Detroit.
Right. So it was like it should be like it shouldn't be a major call to action in the story. It should
Right.
be just like a side quest, if
Right.
you will.
Side quest.
I guess.
God damn it,
Rescue
another fetch mission.
a heroin addicted daughter from the ghetto. I don't know.
Oh, that house, it sketched me out. I was like, they were able to walk in so easy. Like, that part gave me anxiety, because in real life, I'm like, I need several locks on my door, but they were able
There's
to
just
walk
no
in
doors.
and just take her home. But, like, that scene in general, when she was like, let me go, and, like, screaming and all that shit, like, I feel like, I like
That was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was in, like, a good way, because, like, that was one of those serious moments where, like,
I cried during that scene.
they took her, that was like a true, like, we're family, you're coming with us. Like, as much as I suck, like, as a dad, like, you're coming with us. And I liked it.
I want to jump to that one later when we go over it, because that was like, for me, that was a really strong point in acting for Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, yeah.
I
liked Matthew McConaughey
He's
a lot.
such a good actor, who came from, like, we first saw, like, when he first came on the scene, like, he was doing all these like these chick flick romance and comedy things where he plays the surfy dude.
Right.
Always staying the same age.
Oh yeah, seriously. Well, no, Tim now, if you've seen him in Dallas Buyers Club, he deserved so many awards for that. Like, he was so good in that. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't know.
You should see that. He plays a guy who works at the rodeo. Like, he rides bulls for, like, the crowd and stuff like that. And he gets HIV in the, back when HIV was, like, just starting to get people started getting it and starting to figure out how to treat it.
Yeah.
And he got sick. All of his buddies, like his like swinger guy buddies at the rodeo, like, disowned him because they thought he was gay.
Yeah.
And then he was looking for how to, like, shit got real. So he was looking for what drugs he needed to get to fight the HIV, and he found that there's this drug that was being used that wasn't being recommended by the FDA, but it was proven to be successful. And he got pissed off, so he started selling it, and he made this whole, like, drug operation but just getting people, like, the drugs that would help them. And it was like, it's cracery.
Sold drugs there, sold AK-47s here. He's had an interesting career in movies.
Yeah.
I liked his character in this. He was such like a derpy dad, but then would be like, check out this gun, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I thought he was so funny in this, but, like, not in like a I'm making fun of it type way, but, like, I don't know. Like,
He's
you imagine someone who
unintentionally
sells guns like a complete hard ass, but, like, you could tell he was just a dad, just, like, trying to take care of his family.
Yeah, he was like a good dad in a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was. Like, he was not necessarily, like, he wasn't all good. Obviously, he sold guns, and, like, he could have been doing something
He sold them
more
legally,
legitimate.
though.
Except for the silencers.
Yeah, the silencers, though. But still, I don't agree. Fuck the cops in this movie.
They were
Obviously,
corrupt, which was a huge part of it.
Oh, speaking of, who played not the male cop,
The woman?
the female cop played. She was in Hateful Eight. I forget her name. She's so good. She was great.
She's okay. She always seems to play the same like 2 characters. She's typecasted a lot.
I haven't seen her in much, but like she was amazing in Hateful Eight. She was awesome in this.
I couldn't tell if I wanted to hate her or like her. I'm like, I can't tell if you want to help him or if you're being a jackass. And then, when the ending came, I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
I think they were totally using him through the whole movie until she
of
got
course.
at the end, and then they were kind of like feeling bad.
Yeah.
And they were trying to help.
And then they didn't try very hard because they were like, we're not putting our asses on the line.
I don't think they tried at all.
No, I don't either.
No, they didn't give a fuck.
They said they did. And they were like, we didn't promise you shit. We said we try. That didn't happen. Your son's going to jail. And I was like, how can you so casually say that to the father of the person that you knew they knew he was going to go to jail.
Yeah.
They fucking knew that shit.
He got out recently,
Yeah, he did.
and then he got arrested again.
Oh, really?
I think for like selling stolen cars or some shit.
Really? Good for him.
Yeah,
That's the sequel.
it's White Boy Rick.
Spends 30 years in jail, manages to fuck that up.
That's great.
Well, who was that other guy? Like the old guy, and they were like, that's whoever. He's like really fucking old. The other like white guy that like hung out with them.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Who the hell was that?
In real life, you mean?
Is he a real thing?
Probably.
Because
I'm
I'm
not
like,
sure
how
if
many
they-
of these guys are
Oh,
there?
tons.
I don't know how much this
endless.
story
He
was
was
real.
so funny.
Oh, there's tons of drug kingpins out there.
He was just like
There's-
some old ass.
Oh, the weird
dude.
Hobbit-looking guy.
Yeah. I was like, are you real?
Look like George Costanza,
Yeah.
like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We don't
I
have
know
anyone's
exactly.
names
The
or
guy from
characters
Miami.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who dances like an old white guy.
Yeah.
He was so good.
There are real people like that. Grand Theft Auto Vice City is the real life. It's true. It's so realistic.
Bring back the Ballad of Gay Tony. I know it was GTA 4. I know.
It's fine.
I just miss that GTA got too realistic because I actually really liked Vice City.
You just
Like a
didn't
lot.
play 5 if you think that game's realistic.
What?
It is not realistic.
What, Vice City?
No.
I never.
Vice City was just.
I didn't actually mean it was
Scarface.
realistic.
No, Scarface.
I
or
didn't
Godfather?
like when they
Scarface.
made the controls too authentic in
The
the newer
third
ones.
one was more
Too
Goodfellas, Godfather. Vice City was more
Yeah.
Scarface.
It was literally Scarface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. GTA 5 is the fucking greatest game ever made,
Fuck that game.
subjectively. Why?
Fuck
You
that
couldn't
game.
beat it?
I didn't play it.
Well, shut the fuck up.
No, fuck that game.
All right.
Hipster?
Back to the show.
Fucking
Back
hipster
to the movie,
Serpico.
I mean.
Yeah.
You can't call me a
So
hipster.
you said
I'm
so
the
you liked it.
anti-hipster.
I did, yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
So
This thing I didn't play.
let's go into this movie a little bit. So we start out and
Fuck Spider-Man.
we start
Fuck
out with the
Russians.
hilarious scene from the trailer about getting custard.
Getting custard.
Frozen custard.
Frozen custard.
Oh,
I am
maybe
so
wants them so
shocked
bad, and
you
I don't
guys
even know
remember
what
this
it
shit.
is.
How can you not remember the fucking trailer?
Literally, like in the middle of the road.
That line, but I don't remember the scene.
Put some clothes on. We're going for custard.
The whole scene is in
That
the
was
trailer.
wildly unfunny in the movie.
You thought so? I thought.
I think it played out better in the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. You had a
I did
context
not.
for it.
Yeah, there was
It
context.
just
and
wasn't
was,
a trailer scene.
It was pointless I don't know.
It is pointless context.
It's not
It's
pointless. He
building
wanted to go
characters.
get custard. He was celebrating.
I
Yeah,
loved his parents.
he
He
likes
hustled that
custard.
guy for 2 AKs and a handgun.
Don't you want to take your family to get custard?
They're doing family.
I don't even
things.
like custard. Fuck
How do
this
you know?
conversation.
What even is?
Yeah, how
Frozen
do you know?
custard's delicious.
Goddamn milk lover. Oh wait,
Piece
custard
of
is still milk,
shit.
isn't it?
I don't even drink milk.
Yeah.
I don't drink milk.
Well, then
I'm not a vegan. I just don't like
fucking
milk.
custard.
I don't like milk
Oh,
and
eat a
cookies.
dick. The collective of you.
Santa got left out soybeans at my house.
Like almond milk? You fuck
You mean nut juice? I ain't drinking fucking nut juice.
Aw.
Almond juice, almond milk.
He doesn't like
Nut
GTA
juice.
5 or nut juice.
I've gotten used to it only. Well, Bad phrasing.
Ever got used to nut juice?
Taylor can't drink dairy, so she just has almond milk. So I just drink almond.
I'm just not drinking anything called nut juice.
Oh, die mad
It's not
about
called
it.
nut juice. It's called almond milk.
Almonds have
Nah,
titties.
some recipes will literally put like nut butter or
You're
like
creative.
nut milk, and I'm
I'm
like,
definitely not using nut butter.
hilarious. Every single time I
think
read
Drake
that in a
fucked up
recipe,
anything
I'm like, I'm
butter.
fucking 5 because that is
Ugh.
hilarious.
Truffle butter.
The worst part is there is a company that markets their
course
products
there
as
is.
nut butter.
Nut butter.
It's so bad.
It's great.
Nutter butters are pretty good.
Oh, dude, I had Nutter Butters last night, actually. Yeah, I'm serious. Came back from set in a Milky Way and was packed with mini Nutter Butters.
Listen, Ben and Jerry's came out with 3 new flavors, and I'm just all about fucking that up when we leave
Is
here.
Nutter butter one
All right.
of them?
Nope.
Oh, they fucked up then.
Oh, am I changing the conversation a little wildly? Back
So
to
we're
nut
going
butter.
for custard.
All right, going for custard. So we
That's
are
how we got
introduced to Matthew McConaughey as the dad of White Boy Rick, and they are driving to their house to go get their family, go get custard to celebrate. And they go in and they meet the daughter of Matthew McConaughey, sister of White Boy Rick, Dawn, who's a heroin addict, who's kind of just like teen issues, all bagged up in one lovely bunch.
Yep.
And then we meet the hilarious and best characters in the movie.
Grandparents.
Grandparents.
Grandparents
They
are the best.
really are the best characters.
I don't remember them either.
They were
Really?
so cute.
They were so good.
I just remember the pancake scene.
They were.
They were like
Grandpa-
the grandparents
Grandpa
from
makes-
The Visit.
Grandpa makes Grandma pancakes, and she goes, she's holding these pictures like, what is that? I have never ate pancakes. What are you doing?
The best.
He tries
How
to give him
can
the...
so many people in one family not like pancakes?
Well, they
All of
give
them.
Rick the runs. That's why he can't have.
Yeah, but how did they give him the run?
I didn't understand that. I was like, what are you saying?
Matthew McConaughey takes him.
Yeah, because he's a sane man.
Yeah, because he goes, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Insert Owen Wilson's wow right here.
Wow.
You asked for it.
Well, it happened.
You got 2 of them.
So
Wow.
we see Matthew McConaughey takes White Boy Rick to a, what's his real name?
Rick.
Rick.
Rick, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
They just call
So-
him White Boy Rick because he's
He
white.
calls him Ricky.
Ricky,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I remember Matthew McConaughey's voice, you can't forget. So Matthew McConaughey takes Ricky to gun shows where he buys guns and
From licensed dealers, it's all
from
legal.
licensed dealers and threatens them
Really
from
hung up on that.
selling to younger kids.
He also
Till
calls
you
him
get
out for
cheaper.
selling cheap shit. For,
Yep.
like, they're saying it's one thing and it's not.
Egyptian AKs or something.
Yep.
Which is bullshit.
Yep.
Matthew McConaughey doesn't know shit about that. It's all fake. But anyway, they buy guns there, get them for really cheap. They go back. Matthew McConaughey makes custom silencers in the basement, and then they sell them for whatever they can get. So they make
10
small
times the
profits.
price.
Huh?
10 times the price that he bought both of them for.
Yep.
10 times
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, he sold them for like $1,500 each.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he bought it for $150 each.
Yep.
Yeah.
$150 together, actually.
Yeah, so Rick goes to meet up with it's like a pool hall or like just a local hangout.
There's a garage.
Just a garage.
Yeah.
So he goes
Like
to
an auto garage.
So he goes to a garage and with a bunch of drug dealers hanging out, playing pool, and we see fucking actor from I'm Dying Up Here who's awesome, who plays Buddy? BJ? What's his name?
From what?
We don't have any of their names up. And they're all something
They're all
like-
simple.
weird. They're all nicknames.
I know them, but I can't think of them right now.
Yeah.
But we meet these 3 main characters. The first one, who's from I'm Dying Up Here, becomes Ricky's friend, like a real good friend, who would never really do anything to him. And then this other guy who's kind of like, he's his friend, but he's kind of like, he ends up fucking him over. And then there's the leader of the group, who's don't remember his
Best
name
friend's
either.
uncle.
Huh?
His best friend's uncle.
Yeah, he's the uncle.
Oh, okay. So it's his best friend's uncle. It's the friend from that group.
Yeah.
So
It's like Boo or something.
Yeah, it is.
The
it
friend's
is.
name is Boo, I think.
Yeah, it is Boo. It is Boo.
So I'm like, it was
So
something.
Boo's the character from Mom Dying Up Here, which is an
that's
awesome
nice.
show.
Oh.
Yeah, you should check that show out if you haven't. It's so good.
Noted.
So there's Boo, the traitorous other pawn guy, and then there's the leader guy, who's the uncle of Boo, and that's the guy who buys the AKs from Ricky. Ricky ends up upselling them, makes tons of profit. That's how they make money as a family. And then slowly, Ricky kind of gets in with this gang and kind of like hanging out and just becoming friends. At the same time, because he lives in Detroit, he's a kid and everybody's poor as fuck. When he's not stealing his grandfather's car, which was hilarious, he's walking around. So when he's walking around, a couple cops pull up, undercover cops pull up in a cop car, like an undercover cop car, and start to trail alongside him and tell him to get in. They know about the AKs already. There was a murder, and they think that his father was the one who sold the AKs. Mm-hmm. So they try to get this kid because they know he's vulnerable, and they get Ricky to start going to this dealer and buying from him, so they can kind of get information and figure out what's going on. And then eventually he ends up selling crack,
The good stuff.
to pretty much everybody. He ends up getting locked up at some point. I know I'm skipping over a lot of stuff. We can kind of go back. I mean, it's kind of like a really basic plot line, just a lot of funny stuff and scenes go on. So he gets locked up, and after he gets locked up, we see his family come in and talk to him. Mathew McConaughey talks to him and whatnot. And before he goes actually into prison, he brings his dad in on everything. Do you remember how he brought his dad on everything? You can kind of shed light on that.
So his dad went in his room and he found his box of money. And he was like, "You got like $9,000 or whatever." And he's like, "What the hell is this?" and all this.
What is a 15-year-old kid doing?
Yeah, and he like explains that. I don't remember what he was in his room for though.
He slapped him across the face, right?
No, he saw him driving in that car.
With the car.
Oh yeah, they saw. Right. Okay. And he just went searching his room and like pulled the box of money out from under his bed and was just like waiting for him on the porch.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you said he's like, "What does a 15-year-old have like $9,000 for?"
Yeah.
And I think that's when he was like, "We don't sell drugs here," or like whatever. And I don't know. They made it a thing. He was like,
Matthew McConaughey is really against drugs.
yeah, he was like, "We don't sell that shit here," and whatever.
Yeah.
And that was. Yeah.
Well, mainly also because his daughter
Dawn.
is on drugs and everything. So like that, like just to pause for a second, like going into that, like that character arc that he goes through during the movie, Matthew McConaughey. At the beginning of the movie and like all throughout, like him and Dawn have like a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Like, although like obviously she's on drugs and everything, and coked out and heroined out or whatever, they always argue and fight and to the point of kicking and screaming, and then she ends up running away with her boyfriend in the beginning. So they have a really shitty relationship. So later when Ricky and Matthew McConaughey go to rescue her from her crackdown, heroin den, whatever you want to call it, it was actually a really sad scene to see Matthew McConaughey actually let his guard down for once and just literally just like eat all the pain that he's feeling while he's trying to drag his struggling, like kicking and punching daughter, who's just going through, you know, the motions of drug abuse, as they leave the heroin den in complete silence. Just a super sad scene.
I think that's what made it more intense, that it was silent as everything was happening and there wasn't some dramatic score playing over it that like makes everything feel too soap opera-ish. Like it was kind of like, oh shit, like this is a pretty serious
Yeah.
moment. Because in the beginning, I was like, I don't think she realizes that they're there. Because when Ricky was talking to her, she was like, because he's like, we're gonna buy you all new stuff, and she's like, you're gonna buy me all new stuff, like you're like whatever. And then when the dad came in, she was like, fuck that. Like I think that's when she like was like, oh shit. But eventually she just kind of like she gave up like fighting. I love the whole little withdrawal section. Like she's throwing plates at him and like all this shit, and that was silent too. Like there was that point like before, I think it was before he brought the TV in to her. Yeah. And they just kind of like looked at each other, and it was one of those like they don't know like where to go from here, but they know like family's got them type thing.
In Matthew McConaughey's performance during that whole like section, like all I saw was that I saw like a silent like just from his look like I love you, I care about you, I am going to let you overreact, and I'm not going to respond because I love you so much, and I'm just trying to get my family back.
Right. And I feel like she understood that too, because there was a point where she just didn't say anything, and I think it was after she got the TV in. He came in the room and they just like looked at each other, and she looked back at the TV, and she didn't really like react as like violently as she had up to that point. Yeah. And at that, I feel like that was a good like turning, like she's fine with being home. Like she understands that her family's gonna be there. Because they made the whole thing in the beginning when Ricky was like, you don't have to go with him, the boyfriend. He's a loser. And she was like, Dad's a loser, Ricky. And I'm like, damn, she got daddy issues. But then like when she came home, she got her shit together, and she's like, I'm gonna go bake cookies with grandma, I promised her. I was like, she's doing so well. There's a lot of like I'm rooting for you type moments here where it's just, I don't know, it's one of those things where just when you see someone go from like the absolute lowest they can be to like getting better, it's just one of those like proud of you type things. Yeah. I liked this whole family and how they interacted with each other, even if they were fucked up. Yeah. I liked how they interacted with each other.
And then at some point, Ricky ends up knocking up a friend that he hangs out with.
That was a weird part. I had no idea they engaged in intercourse. There was just that really weird make-out scene where he just needed to not use as much tongue as he did.
It was suggestive.
It was weird.
Way too much.
And then all of a sudden, her little brother or sister,
he was great.
He was like, you knocked up my sister, and you the daddy. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh my god. And he goes out to the car and he's like, sup, grandpa? I'm like, oh my god, yes.
He was really good.
But like, that whole time I was like, in what scene did he impregnate a girl? Like, I understand they're like 15 years old and they can't show that, but it was like, not once did I ever think that. So I was like, oh no, she's trapping him, like whatever. And that was actually his daughter. So I was like, oh.
You know what the weird thing for me was? I thought that the way Ricky was acting, I thought that he was going to stay with that girl and have a family. But instead, after Boo and the trader guy and the mob boss got locked up, Ricky got with the mob boss's wife.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Yeah, really awkward, especially because like even though like Ricky is obviously like around in like the quote unquote smarter mob boss, he's fucking 16 and she's
I think
like
he was 17
she's
at
like
that
30
time, but that's still not okay.
Yeah, and like it just didn't seem realistic to me,
because that happened before the FBI agent was like, she like, if we get her, like, you know, we got a lot of them, and because he came back and was like, I gotta move like a big shipment. And
well,
I'm
that was the what they had him do to basically.
Oh, I know, but was that hookup? That hookup had nothing to do with that meetup. Like, it just happened. So I was like, that wasn't like provoked by anything. It just was a weird.
Oh no,
older ass woman, like fucking a 17-year-old. Yeah, but like I don't think they knew about that beforehand.
All right, that was a little bit rocky.
Yeah, because I'm like, why did he
But
was
during
weird.
the whole movie though, they kept like throwing like I knew they were gonna get together at some point because during the
Oh,
whole movie,
yeah.
like early on, they kept throwing
Staring
glances at each other. Like they kept throwing like suggested shots in there. So I knew it was gonna happen.
I feel like just how it did happen, I was like,
It just didn't make sense to me.
No.
The motive didn't seem like you're smart. Like bitch, you're fucking rich now. Like
Yeah.
you've been dating a drug dealer for I don't even know how long. Like and he was well off.
Yep.
You're well off. Your apartment is nuts. Mm-hmm. Like there's no reason for you to get with this.
And she was like,
17-year-old
you know
white
why
boy.
we're not locked up? Because we're smart. And I'm like, oh, all right. Gets locked up a week later, but like,
Yeah.
still,
That was
that
a
whole
little
part
weird.
was a little odd.
I think it was just because of the casting. It was because like we couldn't believe like the kid was really young looking. You
He
know?
got locked up in the movie. Didn't even explain like how he got caught.
In the movie?
Yeah.
No, he got caught because he went in to incriminate her with the shipment shit, and they ended up lying about it. Like they fucked him over.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And then he got brought in for that. That's why the dad was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you said we were okay. Like,
The classic '80s plant a bag of coke on him.
Yeah,
Yep.
someone needed to take a fall.
yeah.
Yeah.
A bag. They planted. He had a brick.
That
Give him a
shit.
brick to
that
push.
shit still fucking happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the fucking time, and it's terrifying.
Take me.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna go.
Give me a
more
brick of
into it.
coke. I will leave the country with it.
You're not leaving the country with it. They'll find you.
Customs.
I'll try.
Go ahead.
I'll
try.
find a small. I'll go to Nantucket.
Try.
Fly from Nantucket.
Just gonna have to shove that whole thing up your
You
asshole.
get tackled by
They're
five
still gonna
border
find it.
police.
If I can shove a brick of coke up my ass, I deserve an Emmy.
All right.
That's a fat ass.
Fat ass hole.
Whoa, what?
He's gonna try to shove
Where
a
did
brick
we
of
go?
coke up his ass.
Coke up his asshole.
That's what
Good
we're
luck.
implying.
Good luck.
There's nothing implied there.
He says he's gonna do it.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he's in jail.
Coke booty.
Shit happens before that, like he gets shot. And even
Oh yeah, he
then,
gets fucking shot.
even then, he didn't sell out the fuckers who shot him. I was like, oh, what a good friend.
It's kind of I think it's more protecting his family.
Oh, for sure. Because they were trying to do, like, when
He wasn't stupid.
the
He was
uncle was like, you'll do, like, white person jail time. Like, there's a difference between white person jail time and black person jail
Oh,
time.
that was fucking real. Because
And,
definitely
yeah,
in the 80s,
I was
that
like,
was
oh,
the truth for sure.
fuck.
Still, it's. I don't even know. You know, I won't assume anything, but I would assume that it's still a shit show for anyone who's not white in America, just because. But this is the way it is. Shitty people.
Stupid.
I mean, you don't have money to pay our police. I mean, police are paid like $40K a year.
Yo.
That's
Really?
insulting.
When White Boy
Yeah.
Rick got shot, I didn't feel anything at all.
I kind of saw
Nothing.
it coming.
I didn't.
I was
feel
thankful.
anything.
Even I was like, die.
He was a
please."
little too casual. I feel like something happened where
I just didn't like this character.
I thought it.
He was like, "Check out my fish," and I
Yeah.
was like, "This is way too much time." to
Yeah,
spend
he
with a
was way
fish.
too interested in the fish.
I don't know. I just met him.
If you're not Deuce Bigelow,
That was a fun. Like I
say
laughed
that.
at that. I was like, oh my god, I should say that next time because he's like, I don't know, I just met him. That was good. Talking about the fucking fish as if it's like a.
He had some good
was-
one-liners.
it was.
Yeah, you did.
It was kind of a little foreshadowing because you're like, "Where is this fucking conversation going?"
Yeah.
Because like you aren't that close with him.
I feel like something happened where when it happened, I was like, oh, I knew that was gonna. No, I can't think of what it was. But like when it did happen, I was like, yeah. I think it's just because the uncle was like, everyone was starting to suspect.
He
that
kept
was-
on staring at him.
Yeah, he was. They knew he was working like with the cops or something, and
Yeah.
they didn't trust him. So I think that's probably like what it was. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna fuck him up, and then he had to shit through a bag, like he said, which actually happened to him.
So gross.
That
Oh
sucks.
shoot!
One of the funny scenes is the obviously when he goes and buys the Jewish necklace. And then
Matthew
Matthew-
McConaughey is like, it's Jewish. It's a star name.
During the
he
trailers,
goes, what is
I
that? Like, you just don't know what a Jewish are. That was just
That
so
was
fucking
good.
funny. Because at first I was like, oh, is he Jewish? Like that's so.
That's what
funny.
I was
He said,
thinking.
"What are you converting to be a Jew?" Something like that.
He's like, what a nice chain. And turns out he doesn't fucking know what a Star of David is. And I was like, oh.
That's how stupid they all are.
All right.
Although I did think it was really cool. I liked this movie mostly because of how ungangster-like White Boy Rick ended up being, despite trying to be gangster. Like, he still helped his dad open up the video store.
Yeah.
He still like
was a cute
it was family first. So it's like it felt like the Detroit struggle. So like it felt like, so it didn't feel like they were like, we're gonna build up this character beyond his actual real story.
Right.
It felt grounded and real. It felt like a real story.
Yeah.
It didn't feel fake. It
That's
didn't
what I
feel like
liked
Vice
about
City.
I agree.
Any other thoughts, guys?
I didn't give a fuck about this movie at all. I don't remember any of it really. I saw it literally last night. I just did not care. The only thing I liked was the ending. Because I was like, this did not end happily.
No.
This did not resolve the way I thought. I didn't even really know it was a true story because I stopped paying attention to the trailer after the 15th time, probably. That's not true. I stopped paying after the first.
Cannot hear all of the lines out of his mouth.
I don't know
the
what.
ending phone call. I was
Listen, nobody knows what Lil Yachty said the whole fucking time he was being white. It's basically what he was.
Not really.
I don't know what he said.
Lil Yachty's a new level. I mean, not new.
Okay, not a great example. He just
God, mumble rap sucks.
he just mumble talked the whole fucking movie, and like I get it. It's what it was like to grow up and like be the only white person in a black neighborhood, probably. Even though they all spoke far better English than he did.
his sister's
That's
accent
not
was
lost on
super,
me.
like Southern sounding.
Yeah, it was.
Her,
But it works.
Papa Rick, all the fucking gang members spoke like college level English, and he's just like, yeah, man, I finally gotta like get. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I liked it.
Like, you're retarded at best.
He was a realistic 15-year-old who thinks he's more thug than
Okay,
he actually is. He's very realistic in that.
He wasn't
sense.
as stupid as some of the other
But-
white pretend to be thugs that I grew up with.
Oh, definitely.
True.
not.
He reminds me of so many people like I actually know. So I'm like, this is so fucking
So I-
great.
I think,
But I know a couple of like
Thinking of one
scrawny
of them
little
right
ones who are like look like 9-year-olds. They're like, I'm gonna fuck you up and fuck your bitch. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I could flick you and you'd break like. in
So I think
half.
probably why I don't like his character after seeing the end of the movie was that like they actually like let Rick speak, the actual real life Rick speak,
He didn't sound like
and he didn't sound like that shit at all.
No.
You could grow out of it, sure, but he didn't even like mumble the slightest bit.
I
And
like
I was
that
like,
they put it in there though.
they just
Yeah.
typecasted. They're like, how far up on the spectrum are you? 7? You're in. And it was just very weird to me. This actor was garbage. I hope he's never in anything again.
He was not.
I don't think I could
garbage.
see him in anything else.
Just 'cause
He
you don't
played
like
the
his
part he
voice.
needed
But he,
to play.
yeah,
No,
he
I don't
played when he
know.
needed to.
Yeah, I thought he was okay.
I can't really see him in anything else except for like
needs to cut that hair and shave that
CSI
mustache.
or some shit where he plays
did,
the
he
same
looked-
type of kid.
He needs to cut that
He
hair
could
and
be an
shave
art
that
teacher
mustache,
pedophile.
then
He
might
could play
be able to.
Sandusky.
Sandusky's like 80.
What are you talking about?
We've got some time.
I don't ever want to see that.
Listen, I just don't like this fucking.
I just
kid.
remember one of the funnier parts is when his grandma kept hiding his gun in the oven.
In the oven. I just think it was so funny how there was like 3. So like after he got shot, he obviously got like street cred for getting shot and living. And then they were still like doing the whole drug thing.
Well, everybody got locked up too,
Yeah.
like right after.
But there was
that.
still
'Cause otherwise he'd be fucking.
I don't
dead.
know who was sitting at the table. But like it was so funny because they're just at his grandma's house and these 3 guys are sitting at her
Counting
kitchen
money.
table. Yeah, and she's just like
And cooking crack.
Picking up, yeah. And she just picked up the guns and put them in the oven. And like she didn't react to the fact that this was happening in her kitchen. She was just like, "Oh no," and put it in the oven. And then Rick's like, "Come on, Grandma." Just took it back out of the oven, and they're all looking at him like, "The fuck was that?" I'm like, with everything going on in your home right now, you had to put the gun in the oven. These
That's
3
ridiculous.
strangers at your table, like counting money,
Yeah.
didn't phase you. There were so many good
Grandma
little
was
like
good.
gems in this movie.
Yeah.
It definitely had its good moments. Like I like the movie as a whole. I just hated that character.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
hated.
think I'll watch this again, but like,
Oh,
I'm
fuck no.
glad I saw
The
it.
ending's too depressing.
Oh, when
It is-
his
it is
daughter wants to
depressing.
see him in jail, and he's like, make sure you keep showing her my picture. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god! But apparently they have like a pretty okay relationship in real life. Him and his daughter.
That's good.
Unless that was a false read.
That's good. It's sobering seeing something like this because, like, seeing a movie like this because, like, it really, like, it's really true. Like, it's fucking hard to make a living in a lot of places.
I can only
Like,
imagine.
I was filming out in
Detroit,
Western
like-
Massachusetts the other day, and I know I said Massachusetts. I was filming in Western Mass the other day, and like there's obviously the rich section, like fucking rich people, but you go to like the you know what people are actually like living there for their entire life and what they're living in. It's kind of depressing. It's kind of like they're like I know that they're struggling. Like we're going down and we're filming in people's houses. And it's union, so they're being paid off, and it's like you can tell that this is like one of the largest paychecks they've ever seen in their life.
Right.
Like just from like us filming on their property for a couple days. Nuts. So it's fucking hard
I
to make a
know you
living.
grew up on the comfy side of Stoughton, but if you ever ventured to the middle of Stoughton, that shit was not comfy.
Yeah, PC.
We live
Middle
on the comfy
Stoughton-
side.
Yeah, his
That's
parents
like-
are from the comfy
I
side
live
of Stoughton.
5 seconds from his parents' house.
Okay, well
Like,
you live
it's
on the
fine.
comfy side too.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Stoughton is like 7
My
miles.
my street is pretty wealthy considering.
Everyone on
most
your street got
diverse
solar
around.
panels back in 2012, motherfucker. They got monies.
I don't know.
I live not on that street, but I live
I
very
used to mow
close,
lawns on
yes.
that street as the peasant fucking Mexican boy.
My street
Or the
was
Irish
pretty
worker, whatever you
nice.
want to call.
My street was pretty nice.
I'm not firing shots at you at all. I'm just saying, like, you could go to center of Stoughton and be like, there are parts of Stoughton that have money, and there are parts of Stoughton that are like, oh, is this a little Brazil? Can I get a pizza?
So shit. I can't even imagine. Like I can't imagine. Like I know I didn't have it comfy, but I had I didn't have the burden of dealing with health insurance till I was 26.
Well,
You know,
same.
That's to me is a big thing.
Now I have none.
You know, I never had to pay rent until
Marry a
I was
fireman.
living there past being an adult. Obviously, I've been out for a while. I don't
Obvious
know.
to who?
There are people who grew up like in Stoughton, like for example, like kids who are forced to like they have to work and like pay part of their family's rent,
Yeah.
and it's like you're a kid. To me, it's like I didn't grow up with that, so I'm like fuck, like that's terrible. Like growing up with that, I understand why people are like depressed or like upset or
Because
not
they don't
doing
get
well.
their childhood.
Yeah, they don't
Their
get- they
childhood
don't
is
get
having
shit.
to act like an adult.
Yeah,
Even though there was like, you're act
27,
like an
I'm pretty
adult, but it's
depressed.
like when you
I
were like
chose
15 and
to do
14.
that.
To be depressed?
No. Like when I turned 16 and got a job, I started giving money just so it was like I got used to the.
Oh, but still,
The
there's people
routine
who
of
have
paying
no
bills.
choice.
Oh, you just they're
Yeah.
voluntarily?
Yeah.
Really?
We have a moron over here.
You mean a nice guy?
Fucking
you-
moron.
You had a family of fucking
Millions.
A
9,
million?
10
Millions.
millions.
I love your family.
Yeah, your family is large, so I kind
phrasing.
of I kind of get that like a little bit though, because like you probably like were like there's so many fucking people living here, and that must have been a shitload of money to pay, you know. But like my family's small, so it's like I didn't really.
Objective.
I never really saw the burden of like a large household. You know what I mean?
It's a gift growing up an only child.
Or a curse.
I could never.
I'm not truly an only
could
child. I
never.
have 2 brothers, 2 sisters, but
Oh, I was gonna say,
fuck?
I could never.
No.
well,
most
okay.
I like
hold
my
on.
siblings too
Backstory.
much.
My closest sibling to me is like 30 years older than me, so I am an only child by like how I grew up.
That's quite the age.
Yeah, we're not having that story on this podcast. That's not a public story.
Gotcha.
Mostly because I have to pee violently.
You always do.
I don't know what it
Pregnant.
is. Maybe
Is
it's like
this-
anxiety.
He's
pregnant.
pregnant.
I haven't felt good the last week because
Pregnant.
since you 2 fuckers got home from Florida, you've brought back the plague plus AIDS.
I guess.
Did you not hear how much
the
I was
Cuban
dying the
fever.
other night. I was dying over Raven because I didn't tell him I was allergic
Oh,
to
I
her.
know. It was terrible.
You're allergic to dogs?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, fuck your gene pool.
And I just let
Don't
Raven
reproduce.
just like lick me the whole time. So
We
I
don't
was
need
like,
more
I
of
love
you.
her so much. And Taylor's like, "Are you allergic to her?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
She
"I
was
just love her
too
so
cute
much."
for measly
can't-
things like allergies.
I would feel horrible if you guys were like, "No, put her in the cage the whole time." No.
No,
I have shit.
You guys
ton
are
of-
like, put her in your
I
room.
have allergy meds on me at all times. I survived that night. I sneezed violently in your parking lot, like before driving, but like it's fine. I survived.
Our dog's retarded.
Fucking love Ravens so much.
Pardon my French.
She's cute. She's
She's
cute,
so
but dumb
cute.
as
She
shit.
looks like a little muscly mobster man.
She's a little bullshit vacuum, is
Every
what she
single
is.
time I look at her, I think she looks like a mafia member.
She's a
like,
tongued
just
vacuum.
love her.
Ask her if she wants dinner. See what she does.
No, she cries.
She goes
She
nuts.
beg cries.
She loses her shit.
I fucking hate it. He'll just be like, "Do you want the and she just goes fucking ballistic.
Yep. Yep.
Give her
Starts
some
begging
food.
and punching with her shit paws.
Yep.
Her Mike Tyson paws.
Jumping up in
Punch
the
me
air,
anytime she
kicking in
wanted.
the air
She's
like an
this
idiot.
big off the table.
Oh, I love her.
Goddamn, don't buy a French
So
bulldog.
precious.
So, in closing, White Boy Rick, what are your final thoughts and your number grade, Rob?
Overall, I liked it. Started out a lot funnier than I thought. Then it really changed tonally towards the end and got a bit sad. Still liked it though. Probably give it like a 7 maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, alright, despite what I've said, I hate the fucking actor, Little Rick, Whitey Rick.
Little Rick.
But
Little Rick.
overall, I thought the tone of the movie was really good. I thought every other character slayed without question.
The acting was pretty
I did
good
not
in this
care.
movie.
The
I
acting
mean, I'm
was
sure Rick played the role that he was supposed to play, and he probably did it well. So I don't actually like wish he never gets a job again. But
He talks like that in real life, so I don't know.
oh, does he? Well, fuck him.
Oh no.
He does. In an interview,
When-
I was like, "Oh, you talk like that."
When's his album coming? Yeah, no, I thought it was a good movie. Like, it's definitely worth seeing. I guess if you didn't get to experience the
80s crack epidemic.
the torture that we experienced seeing the trailer.
Yeah, just don't go to AMC theaters 6
No, I
times
feel
a
like-
week.
We give AMC way too much money. I got gourmet popcorn the other day. You know what that was like? Don't do it.
Popcorn?
You know what
Okay.
it's like paying $2 for popcorn? Amazing.
Yo, I had a
Right?
I had a $5 credit because AMC
They
keeps
still
stacking
give
this.
you that.
Yeah. So I had a $5 credit. I was like, I'm gonna try gourmet popcorn. They're like, yeah, that'll be $4.80. That you all was like, on top of the $5 I just gave you for this cup of popcorn.
I mean,
Popcorn's like 50 cents per gallon.
I think you can
You
forgive
fucking-
them.
That's why
that's how
I understand in hindsight I could
I
forgive
have
them.
to buy popcorn. So when I pay
didn't have
like
to, I
only
was drunk.
$2 for popcorn, I am one happy bitch.
We almost got to eat in an AMC dine-in theater, which was magical until our fucking movie didn't start, and we had to cancel our movie completely and go to the non-dine-in version.
Sons of
An hour
bitches.
later.
Bitch.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool, although
When it
kind
works.
of gross.
I give this movie a 7.
So in closing, White Boy Rick, I liked it. I didn't love it. It was. I'm gonna forget it. I already forgot most of it. But Matthew
mood.
McConaughey's performance was top notch as always. The lead character was okay. I love seeing
Dawn is
anybody
amazing.
from I'm Dying Up Here. Dunn was the character played Dunn. Actor played Dunn was
Love
great.
her.
Actress.
Cinematography was pretty grounded, but it was good for fitting what Detroit should be. It shouldn't be over stylized anyway. The lighting
I
was
don't think
pretty
you could if you
sick.
tried.
No.
No,
Detroit is the
Detroit's a
shithole.
Yeah. You can't over stylize that.
They used Brockton to stand in for Detroit for that movie Detroit.
Yeah, I know. I had a
Shit.
ton of people who worked on that.
yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
They
Oh, that
did.
hurts.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
That is funny.
Remember that.
Brockton shithole number 2.
Yeah.
Less shootings than Detroit, but up there.
But despite the despite it's not being artsy, it's not really that artsy. The lighting was really nice. Really, in the scenes that were outside, it was very natural, it was very bleak and crappy looking, which is good. And then I liked the every time they were in the roller skating rink, the lighting was really sick.
Yeah.
They really like that. It's like they rented that roller skating rink for way too much fucking money, and they're like, we have to film at least 7 scenes.
Well, that's how it was back then. Like roller rinks were like the hangouts that people like went to.
No, I know, but they use that place a lot.
I used to go to roller rinks a lot when I was a kid because that's like where everyone had like birthday parties, and now I have no idea where there's any roller rinks at.
There's still one in Brockton.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well,
They
shit.
have adult nights.
I gotta go.
That's cool.
I'm interested.
I gotta go.
I'd go. I don't know
It
if I
made me
can
want
roller
to go.
skate, but I'd go.
I haven't roller skated since
funny.
like 4th grade, but like it made me
I'm
want
not
to go.
going without a dookie
Figure it
chain.
out. What?
What?
Without a dookie chain.
Please do. Can we all go with Dookie chains as a group? Just matching.
I don't think that's gonna end well for us.
Oh,
I'll get a
God.
Jewish star.
There you
Yup.
go. It'll be legit.
He's
this
Jewish.
I'm gonna represent.
He'll understand it. He doesn't believe it, but he understands it.
So to get back to my my final thoughts, I'm gonna give the movie I'm gonna give it a 7. I think a 7's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna forget it. Some of the performances were great. Others were kind of just kind of there. They were good. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sam?
I think same with everyone else. This is enjoyable while I was watching it. Like it had its moments where I was like, that was funny. Which makes it realistic because I feel like any family will have its moments where they fight and then 2 seconds later they'll like make some stupid joke or there's just such a realistic family interactions between them. So it's like I didn't feel like because this is like based off a true. There's a lot of things that are like based off a true story, and like 5 minutes of it will actually be legit. But I feel like this is what this family probably actually acted like. Like they weren't too much of anything.
It was pretty authentic.
Yeah. So the acting was great.
grounded.
I'm glad I saw it. It's not the best thing I've seen this year. Nothing I've seen this year has been the best, which is depressing.
Not even Quiet Place.
No, like I liked it, but that's still not the best thing I saw all year.
Okay.
No.
Fuck you.
I will I would say like my favorite thing I've seen all year. It's not my favorite thing I've seen all year. A Quiet Place is up there, but like A Quiet Place and also The Meg, which is surprisingly one of my favorite things I've seen this year.
I've seen a lot of people too that
just-
didn't like it either. It was just very surprising.
Yeah.
Because I stand by that. I think that was one of the best movies this year.
It was great. But like this one, White Boy Rick was one. I'm glad I saw it. I'm not gonna die to see it again. Same with you guys. I think I'd give it a 7.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Unanimous, whatever.
Yeah, it was alright.
Am I gonna kill flies?
Don't! You're gonna break the microphone.
Stop killing. That's weird. That's a gnat.
Okay.
Come on, we have enough sound checks
God
today.
Damn it.
Your ninja skills were good
There's
last time.
always fruit flies because
We suck at the
The
trash.
fruity beer.
Not really. I don't.
It is the fruity beer.
Smells
Ooh, let's do our beer thing.
I feel like it's this time of year.
He drank
'cause I have,
absolutely
like,
fucking
fruit
nothing.
Flies or whatever.
You gotta
in my
wait
work
till
for
the
whatever
end.
reason.
You gotta wait till your plugs in the end. You gotta tell
All right,
people.
we'll plug our shit and the beer we drank.
Rob, what are you plugging?
His dick. No, I should have said his butt. Fuck.
That's probably
Not as quick on the wit as I am, Justin boy.
No, you are quick as fuck. Way phrasing.
Just quit.
Yeah.
Like, rate,
You
review
already
as always.
said you were inside Rob earlier.
Jesus, I'm
Wish.
fucking done.
Just give up.
I will give up. But go ahead and find me on twitch.tv/dielaughingJC. Probably on YouTube is the same name, though I can't prove that because I can't remember my fucking YouTube URL. Please follow, subscribe, check us out. We're on every podcast app. Evan, you have some shit coming out, I assume?
Yeah. So same for us, Bruallt Honest Network. Follow, subscribe, like, share, shout out. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you want, what you really, really want.
What you really, really want.
Fuck
what you
yeah,
want, what you
that was
want.
good.
That was mint.
We're doing this new thing where we're going to tell you what we're drinking today. You tell us what you're drinking, and we'll tell you if it sucks.
But only
I'm just
2 of
kidding.
us are drinking
We'll
today.
tell you what we think about what you're drinking.
Half the shit we drink tastes like cheese.
Yeah.
The other half
cheese.
tastes like pine
It
sol.
always tastes like summer meets fall.
I think it's gonna say
asshole.
summer
That doesn't
meats.
sound bad.
No, but then you add in a mix of assholes.
Like summer meets fall. Like
What are you drinking, Joseph?
I'm drinking Citrus and Piney by, I actually have no idea who the fuck makes this. You know?
Pine sol.
It's on the side. Pine Sol.
The Hop Concept.
Out of
India.
San Marcos, California.
What you think?
That's very weird. It's 8.5%. If I could just quickly... Okay, so let me just explain this real quick. This is for you. I have to pee, so zoom in. But basically, bold orange peel and honey aromas with a faint hint of bready malt define this IPA. The citrus and piney are on the full display with tangerine and grapefruit notes that lead to a crispy, spicy finish. And honestly...
How do you feel,
I'm
Justin?
telling you right fucking now.
Does it taste like that?
It tastes exactly how it is. It tastes like you smell a Christmas tree, but
With
there's
oranges on it.
orange around it. And that's a shitty way to describe a beer, but it's actually it's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty.
It's hoppy,
colorful.
It's light. It's a light hoppy as fuck beer, which
Turn
is
me on.
I've heard they recently decided to add more hops to it.
hoppy. I don't fucking get that.
what you drinking?
I will never be on the beer show.
I got some Dreamtime New England IPA from Down the Road Beer Co. out of Everett, Massachusetts.
Oh,
Sup, homestead?
sick! Represent!
Yo, East Side. Throw 'em up.
West Coast.
So,
West Coast Mass.
I really like the art. You can't see it, but it looks like Zeus with a goat and a bunch of gingerbread, flailing arm, inflatable tube men
It looks like an
in the
acid
Twilight
trip.
Zone.
It does.
An acid trip.
So, and yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's pretty good. It's pretty hoppy. It's pretty tasty. Pretty generic, but
A beer's a
pretty
beer.
damn tasty.
Check this one out if you can find it. It's from California to here, so it must exist more than just Massachusetts. That's probably Mass only.
Yeah. Down the road is so
Exclusive.
many fucking beers.
They have too many.
But anyway, final plugs. Again, like, share, follow, share, subscribe. Brutally Honest Network. We are coming up with 2 new shows very soon. We will announce them when they are announced. It's too early right now. Other than that, check out Hop Top Films. We got 5 or 6 short films coming out in October. A beer show eventually. Check out our My Fishing Cape Cod TV show, season 2, coming out on NBC Sports in January. Sam?
I'm, same shit. Gonna plug my effects shit at Night Terror Effects on Instagram and Facebook. It is the Halloweeny season, so it's my time to shine. And, yeah, I got projects with him and shit coming. So
We do.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Look for that.
Projects represent.
Yeah.
Real quick, because it's October, you reminded me that it's a really busy movie season.
Yeah.
So, what
Yeah.
are you guys looking forward to right now?
The most?
Yeah,
Or just in October?
in October, or it's the most coming up in this year.
In October?
Honestly, I'm not that pumped for Halloween as much as everyone's like, oh my god, Michael Myers, even though this one does look a lot better.
good.
But I'm like, I feel like there's people who are like fake fans who like haven't watched all of the Halloweens to really respect
should
some
have.
of the shitty ones that
Most of them are
exist.
horrible.
You know,
Because I feel like not all the Halloweens are winners.
to touch on Halloween for a second, the new one coming out, I just went to Halloween Haunted Horror Nights in Orlando, and they had Halloween 4, and I forgot how good Halloween 4 was.
I saw, Halloween 4 is up there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
there's just, I don't know. I'm a fan of Rob Zombie's
Yeah.
Halloween, which is everyone's least favorite. But I have a soft spot for like hillbilly trash humans. I just fucking love them.
I always got like made fun of for liking the first Halloween Rob Zombie remake, but I didn't like H2 because it was pretty throwawayable.
No.
But his remake was good.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a Rob Zombie movie.
Yes, and I think that's people are hit or miss about Rob Zombie films, and I am a fan of them. So.
Yeah. Well, people just hold on to their cherished Halloween.
Yeah.
Hellfest looks like shit.
Hellfest
Yeah,
does
I'm
look
going
like
to see
shit,
that,
but I'm
though.
gonna see it.
I'll see it.
I'm
I know
looking
you're
forward
looking
to Venom and Halloween.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Venom. Forgot about that.
I don't know what else is
Halloween.
coming out.
I don't either.
October 12th, streaming The Apostle with Sam Rockwell by the Raid directors and producers.
You too?
You want to see U2 in October?
No, you both
Well,
wanted
that
the raid.
sucks.
Why are you standing?
Because I have
He
to
has
pee
to pee
so
and
bad.
has. Since we
Jesus
started.
Christ. I guess we'll see you next time.
You guys could just keep talking and
Love
let me
you
go.
guys. Love you guys.
Thank you.
3 out of 4 of us are respectful human beings.
I'm gonna piss myself.
I'm just trying to keep it brutally honest.